Let's begin here. Alright, so welcome Internet. This is Arch Seraph here. And we are looking at FTL. FTL. So this is bought off of Steam. You guys can also buy it on the iPad. I have it on my iPad and it's very, very popular. I would highly recommend getting it. It's a fun little game. This is what's called in the industry as a rogue type game. What is a rogue type game? Rogue type games are, well, first of all, Rogue was an old game back in the day, PC of course, that pretty much focused on you going through certain difficulty levels, like a hardcore character where if you died, you've lost all your progress. So the point of the game is to get as far as possible without dying. Obviously, you know, you're gonna die. It's just one of those games that you know, unless you were a pro, you could never finish all the way. But bragging rights came down to basically just how long it'll take you to get to where you need to go, how far, what level of dungeon you got to before you were inevitably destroyed, etc., etc., etc. So this is that kind of a game where basically you are escaping your lone Federation ship that is escaping a rebel fleet that is chasing you, and you've got to get to the other side of the galaxy before they catch up to you and obviously destroy you because their numbers are overwhelming. You can see in the background here, right here is kind of what they look like. This is the rebel fleet. So when they ever do catch up to you, there's usually, you're fighting one at a time, but usually the ships that you're fighting are going to be more powerful than you are, and then, you know, you can defeat them, but your progress is limited because you have limited amount of fuel, limited amount of ammo for weapons and so forth. Power, you have to play and fluctuate with the power. It's kind of a Star Trek meets Rogue type of game in the sense that you know, in Star Trek you have different bridge officers that control different aspects of your ship. So, you know, you need more power, you yell at Scotty, you know, in the transporter room, etc., etc. In this type of game, you've got that same kind of concept where you got to allocate resources that, though they're limited, but let's say you need to pull power from your transporter and put it into your weapons, or maybe you need to pull it from your shields, or maybe you pull your weapon power and put it into shields, you know, if you play defensively. There's different weapons you can pick up in the game, beam weapons and flak kind of weapons and things of that nature, missiles. And then there's different types of ships and different things that your ship can do, cloak, transport, intruders on and off. And then of course your officers can also repair certain sections of your ship that get damaged in fight. When you're fighting other ships, you can target specific sections. So in other words, if I want to disable my opponent's weapons, I would target his weapon systems, take those out so he can't fire at me. Or perhaps I can't get to the weapon systems because the shields are too heavy, so we gotta knock the shields out first. You know, or perhaps he's fleeing and we need to make sure that he doesn't escape so we can get his loot. So we take out his piloting, section or his helm and target that. So very unique aspects to this game. It's not very heavy graphics. It's very simple. Again, you know, for being a PC game and an iPad game, but it's very accessible to the casual and the hardcore crowd. Yeah, a lot of people like this. I enjoy playing from time to time. I figured I'll do it on a Friday because it starts with F, and I try to theme up my stream, so FTL Fridays. Here you go. Let's jump into the game, and we'll show you a little bit more how it starts and where to go from here. Everything's pretty much text-based, so there'll be a lot of reading, so bear with us. Alright, so we're going to start a new game here. Now, I've got a bunch of ships that I've already unlocked. I've been playing this game for a while. These are all the kind of different ships you can get. Here are the ones that I still haven't unlocked yet. They all have kind of different abilities. This is the one that you start off with, and then each one of these ships can have variations of it. For example, I've got A and I've got B here. There's a C option I haven't unlocked quite yet. You have little achievements down here that you can complete, so it makes the game even more challenging. The game is hard enough. If you can beat the game, that's an accomplishment in of itself. But if you can do so with, for example, this particular option, have 4 enemy systems or subsystems ionized by the time you're using your NG cruiser, you have specific goals in mind in order to beat the game and then unlock these achievements and then go further. So it just makes it more difficult and gives you more incentive than just beating the game alone. With this cruiser, for example, destroy an enemy ship using only drones, no weapons. So, different ways to play this game makes it more replayable. So that's some of the appeal to it. Now, personally, I don't like this ship necessarily. I like this Federation ship, the Osprey, and then it's different versions of it. Of course, we might name it something different. This one, I think these are the ones I've already unlocked. This is the one I haven't done yet. Use your crew into 4 special blue event choices by Sector 5. Yeah, that doesn't happen very often. But anyway, yeah, these are fun. Let's see here. Down here you have all your different subsystems. So this is basically your starting points, where you've got your energy. And like I said, energy is limited. You have to increase your power as you're playing, all the while trying to evade the Rebel fleet and get to the other side of the galaxy. So it's pretty intense. We probably won't make it in this little introduction here, but we'll see how far we can get. And of course, you also can change the difficulty here. We usually leave it on easy. That's not very rare that I do that with a game, but this game warrants it for sure. Down here, you start off with certain weapons, but you can add to it. You can find shops along the path and be able to buy things accordingly. Also upgrading your systems as you get experience. Or, well, not experience technically. I guess it's basically all boils down to getting money. So as long as you have enough credits, you can upgrade or buy things. And then over here, you've got your crew members. So you can have different ones. There's different races in this game. You have like these insectoid guys. These are called the Mantis, right? And then you have the Rockmen. And then you have the Engi, or Engi. I think of engine, so I say Engi. These guys like energy beans. These are little Starship Trooper looking guys. Zergs. And then these are just basically rock golem kind of looking guys. And then, of course, you have your normal humans. So if I do this, for example, it just randomizes the name. You can give it your own name. I like to sometimes see what they'll give me here. Lauren. Let's see. Yeah. Mort, Walker, Phillips, Dingler. First of all, let's rename the Osprey. Let's call it the Enterprise. And we'll start with this ship. Okay, we have the Advanced Edition content. This is something, if you were to purchase the game now, it automatically comes with it. Just, I forget exactly. Well, here it goes. Yeah, new systems, weapons, alien race, more. I don't know necessarily it makes a difference for experienced players. I've always played with this option on. Just more options, better stuff. You run into some story elements where you have a little bit of an RPG mode, or you can, choose your own adventure. You get to a space station and you're given a choice. You could save this guy that looks a little shady, bring him onto your ship, and add a crew member. But if you do so, you take a risk. Maybe this guy is crazy and he goes and kills off one of your other crew members. Or you just leave him there and you don't get a crew member. So you have some choices to play, and a lot of times the choices are usually negative. Again, just adds to the difficulty of this game. It's like, why are you playing this game? Because it's fun, and you'll see. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's start. So yeah, we are carrying vital data. Data you carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. And that's who we're trying to join up to, is the remainder of the Federation fleet. And then at the end of the game, if you get there, you fight against this big, huge boss type of rebel ship. And hopefully at that point you've upgraded yourself enough where you can do some damage. Otherwise, you get killed like that. You'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next, but get to the exit before the pursuing rebel fleet can catch up. And there's some tips that they have randomly up here. So here we are. We've got our guys, our crew members set up here. Let's go ahead. We'll keep Dingler at the helm. Moore can handle the engine. So these are engine sections here. This particular option right here is something specific to this type of ship, and it's an artillery beam. And what it does is the timer starts here as soon as you encounter something, and by the time it gets full and energized, it'll be able to shoot a big laser out. So kind of like the Enterprise, saucer section shooting the phaser out. Same kind of principle here. Does a lot of damage. Usually skirts across if you can get it through the shields. I think it bypasses the shields if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. See, it pierces the shield, so it doesn't matter. It'll just hit their hull, and you can just draw a line and destroy stuff. So that's pretty cool. Let's turn our weapon systems on because we're definitely going to need it. We don't need our medical. This is medical, by the way. This little bay right here is medical. We're going to divert power from medical into our engines and give us a little bit more dodge and evasion. This is good for if your people get hurt. You just send them over there. Oh, we have to unpause. There we go. And then they heal themselves back up and then go back to their station accordingly. I think we will save everyone's position here. Here we have our little NG. He's manning the shields. And then we have our rock guy handling the weapons. This is sensors here, so this allows us to be able to see inside of our ship, and if you upgrade it, other people. And oxygen. This is important. As long as we have oxygen, all of us can breathe in here. But if, say, we open this door, shoo, all the oxygen goes out to the airlock there. We gotta close it up and then let the oxygen slowly build back in. This is good for putting out fires. If you get attacked and you can destroy certain sections of the ship, you can cause fire. And then the fire can spread through other portions of the ship and end up killing everybody. So that's one way to take somebody out. But one way to fix that, of course, outside of you stomping the fire down directly, you can open up the airlock and release it accordingly. So for those of you joining our stream, again, we're just going over the introduction to FTL. If you're familiar with this game, just sit back and enjoy. We'll get to it here in just a minute, but just going over the brief instruction for those that have not played. And most likely we'll put this on my YouTube and start the Let's Play session. So whenever we get to this game, we can go just straight into it. Over here you have your hull points. Right now everything is full. This is important. It's very difficult to repair this without spending money, so you want to keep this up as high as possible because once this is gone, you're dead. Self-explanatory. Here you'll get shields. Shields obviously protect you. Once the shields are gone, they start attacking your hull directly. Here's your credits. So basically it's made up of scrap. It's scrap that we get from other sources, other ships, and then we in turn use that for money and buy things with it. Here's your fuel. Very important. We got to get to the end of the galaxy, and we don't have enough fuel to do so. So we've got to find more fuel on the way, and try to minimize wasting it accordingly. Missiles, if we have a missile weapon, we can use those. Again, limited. And then, of course, you have drones. If you have a drone launching subsystem, you can launch certain types of drones around your ship, like healing drones or weapon type of drones that float around your ship and shoot other ships, or things that will shoot missiles down. If someone's shooting a missile at you, your drone can shoot it down. So there's different types of drones. And then here you see your evade and your oxygen levels accordingly. And then, of course, you got your different guys. Now, here they can focus on different aspects of your ship. Combat, repair, weapons, shields, engines, and then piloting skill. As they're in their station, that will cause them to increase their experience and their level. They'll get more skilled, and then by doing so, they'll increase your abilities overall. So if you have someone that's really good at piloting, you'll have more evasion than if you put a newbie in there. So it's always good to try to keep your guys and keep them in there as long as possible, and then maybe alternate later on down the road if you get more guys that might be redundant. You can have, I don't know if there's a limit, but usually a crew of 6 is pretty adequate if you can find them. Alrighty. So that's pretty much, and then over here we have some other subsystems for controlling the doors and the sensors, and then the piloting itself. So let's go ahead and let's get started. And then here, of course, you can play with the reactor. Here's where you can upgrade your crew members. Yeah, there is a limit, so it's I never fill it up though. Usually I only get 6 at most. Weapons and then other cargo options. You can also augment your ship with various abilities. We'll see those in the shop. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump. Now here's our galaxy map. And we'll see where the point when we get to this map is we want to go from where we are over to the exit. Now you don't want to necessarily do so. You would think that, well, we've got people chasing us, we want to get there as soon as possible. Not necessarily. You want to maximize your visit through this sector, because every one of these potential points has encounters or possible loot that we can get, quests that we can go on to help to get, you know, rewards obviously. So you want to hit as much as possible, but every time you jump, they're going to be following you, and you'll see here once we get a few jumps in how close they can get. You want to try to be just out of their reach so that you don't get attacked by the rebel fleet, but it gives you enough time to be able to hit some of these points before you get to the exit. Once you get to the exit, then you know your goal hopefully is to have a lot of money built up so that you can upgrade your ship, because it requires a lot of just basically upgrading your ship if you ever hope to plan to take out the end boss at the end of the game. So we'll see how far we can go. And then of course once you're dead, you're dead. It's game over. You start all the way over. So let's see here. We want to start off, I think, first of all, let me go ahead and fix the screen here. I think this will be the best place to put me so that you can see everything. Let's go ahead and check out this point here, and then we'll work our way down. Okay, alright, so we found a rebel automated scout floating near this beacon. Despite its pristine condition, it appears to be deactivated. So here's where we get into some of the story elements of this game. We can choose to download their data stores, maybe find something interesting about this section of the galaxy we're in, or we don't risk it. We just strip it, take some money, and get out of there. Oh, risk versus reward. That's the object. We can risk it, and I think we probably will, because that makes it more entertaining, right? So let's go ahead. Let's see what this ship has. Most likely, it'll just activate and we'll kill it anyway. So, and we'll probably get more by killing it than we would by just stripping it in its deactivated state anyway. So let's go for it. Let's YOLO. And who would have thought it? We accidentally reactivated the ship's AI. Its weapons immediately go online. Prepare for fight. So this is basically like your computer telling you, you know, what's going on here. So we're going to activate our burst laser. While we're powering it up, we are wanting to take them out. Let's stop their weapons. That's their weapon section here. See? Red means dead. Their weapons are deactivated, so they can't shoot at us. We're pretty protected now at this point. And we'll just keep shooting that. Of course, it helps if we don't miss them. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and shoot their helm. Knock them out. There was their health. And they exploded. And look at the stuff that we got. So we got twice as much as we would have got. Plus a drone part and a couple fuel. So all in all, it was a good option there. We weren't in danger of anything. We didn't even use our other big laser. Hadn't charged up yet. So far we're doing pretty good. We've got 50. Let's go ahead to this distress beacon, see if someone needs our help. We encountered a refugee ship drifting in space. It looks like it was fleeing the rebel advance, like we were, but it ran out of fuel. See, they weren't thinking. They weren't conserving their fuel like we were. Its distress beacon is active, but you're not sure anyone is on board, and its communication systems seem to be down. Prepared to board and investigate it, or we can ignore the ship. Again, risk versus reward. We can ignore it, or we can send our guys over there and see if we find anything useful. And the option, though, however, could result into getting our crew members killed. It's just something we'll have to see. So let's see what happens here. Oh, it's abandoned, so that works. Looks like it ran out of fuel. Cool. The crew ran out of food, so they pretty much died. All we found there was empty graves. This is no mine. This is a tomb in space. Yeah. Despite the grisly scene that remains, you were able to scavenge some supplies from the cargo hold. So we got some missiles and we got some credits. Good. And we are doing fairly well. Let's keep this up. So here we go. Here's the rebel fleet. They're starting to come into the sector now. This is where they're going to be in the next jump turn. And we're not near it. Once it passes us, for example, then they'll encounter us. So we want to always stay outside of this red line. So right now we're pretty good. So we will go here or here. Let's go here first. Now, of course, every time we jump, it takes away one of our fuel points. So, while again we want to maximize everything, we still have to pay attention. We need enough at least to get out of here. Here at this beacon, we found a rebel ship. When the rebellion is complete, you'll see the safer world we provide. Well, you won't, but you get the point. And they arm their weapons. So, you know, stinking Klingons, what can you do with them? I don't know if they're Klingons. We'll just call them Klingons. They're rebels. They're bad humans. So we need to take out their weapons. Let's do that. Ah, see, good. Direct hit. Mr. Worf. Mr. Walker. Let's take out their shields. Alright, so we're sitting pretty. Let's go ahead. They're repairing, see, they're repairing their weapons. We need to make sure these things are permanently disabled. See, now he's trying to escape. So what we want to do... and now they're offering to surrender. But we don't accept surrender here. This game is not about being easy on anybody. The game's not easy to us. We're not easy on anybody. We will not accept it. We will finish them off, because usually you get more loot that way. But we gotta stop them from running, so let's take out their helm here. And vice versa. Or not vice versa, but in lieu of that also, we destroy the ship. The ship explodes and leaves behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. Not bad, not bad. Alright. We could skirt dangerously around it and then still hit the store. Or we can go up here and hit the store. So here are the kind of the two options I'm thinking. Let's play dangerously. Let's go back in the opposite direction. Looks like this beacon is home to a rebel checkpoint. Of course. They're stopping and searching any ship that passes through. Civilians are being harassed, and Federation members are detained. Rebels haven't noticed you yet. Should we fend for ourselves and attack and escape? Can we bribe them to release the civilian ships? That costs us money, but maybe it might make someone else happy. Maybe they could do something for us down the road. Or we could shut down and stay hidden. What to do? Oops. What to do? Well, I think it's every man for himself out here, you know? We've got important data. We gotta get to the end of the galaxy. Let's fight our way through this. Similar setup from the last one. Just one simple shield. Should be easy enough to penetrate. We get about 3 bursts out of this. Oop. The game auto pauses, so it gives you options so you can kind of strategize. I sometimes forget. We want auto fire on. There we go. So far, so good. Shields are holding. Mr. Ingy, Mr. Phillips, the shields are holding, sir. And this guy's trying to escape, but we're not going to allow that. Whoop! And there goes our super laser. You see how it just took him out. Alright, here's our loot. Okay, so see, now we are in danger. We can't be in this area. They're gonna pass us up. So it's to the store we go. So we found a travel merchant at this location. So here's some things that we can buy. We can also sell other equipment that we don't need. First of all, let's go ahead and fix ourselves up, because it's fairly cheap. If we buy this, this allows us to get 10% more scrap. That's good. We don't have a teleporter, so that's useless. That's okay, but scrap arm is enticing. I don't think we need... We're sitting pretty on fuel at the moment. We've been getting enough fuel for what we're killing. So I think that's alright. Gotta make myself smaller a little bit here so I'm not obscuring the screen. And here's the teleporter. We could buy that if we wanted to send crew members aboard enemy vessels, but that's more specific. Our guys aren't wanting to invade. We want to survive. Mind control is pretty cool. We can take control of another ship's crew member and then use him to hack something, or attack something, or attack other members. He'd be our hidden spy. And then of course we can hack ourselves into systems. All those are pretty good. I think mind control is probably worth it. Let's go ahead and buy that. Alright, but we don't have enough power, so we'd have to pull from one system, plug it in there. So I think this is probably pretty good. And we can go ahead and actually give ourselves another power bar. There we go. Now everything that we need working at the moment, with the exception of the med bay, and that's only used for when we need it. Alright, so not bad. No point to go to the other store. Not yet, because we're out of money. So let's see what else we can find. Intelligent life forms on a nearby planet. No match for them can be found in the database. Let's investigate. You land a small shuttle in an enormous field whose only occupants are small, brightly colored, sit-legged, horse-like animals. Could they be what your scans picked up? Should we talk to them peacefully? Or should we bring them on board to sell? I'm not on a peace mission here. I know we're called the Enterprise, but we're not explorers. Let's sell them. Oh no. Docile creatures quickly turned violent. We showed our hostile intentions. They stampeded with terrible force. They killed Walker. And he was our weapon guy. Alrighty, well, Mort, I think you've been promoted. So that's what happens when bad things happens. You spot a small rebel ship nearby. It seems to have been refitted for transport rather than combat. It does not seem to want to engage you and your ship. Alright, we need to make up for the last losing our crew members. Let's demand their surrender of their goods. We take it by force. Oh, they got a little drone out. Let's see what we can do here. Let's mind control their pilot. Take out their FTL. Okay. I see how I moved that guy into my sensor room so that we could see in there so I can mind control. And we got some money out of it. Nothing useful, but enough. Let's keep going. So we're real close to a star, but in the meantime we also found this automated rebel ship. And of course he's impervious to the heat, and he tries to engage us here. But we can't allow that. Now he is hacking one of our systems. He's shutting off our artillery beam. So that's bad. Ooh, and he's also hitting our hull with a missile. So we need to shut down his weapons. So far it's damaged a little bit, so his missile launcher's off. It's just his little ionizer weapon that's still there. And we need to shut off his hacking system. And see, all the while the star is exploding, and it's doing stuff like this. So we need to shut off the airflow, try to kill that fire before it spreads. And it's killing our oxygen. Well, that's definitely going to shut down the airflow. Okay, so we got some scrap metal, so that's good, but we need to fix our oxygen. And we gotta get out of here. Whew. Let's aid them. Let's aid that civilian ship. And hopefully we'll have time to kind of heal up. We gotta jump out of that last one pretty quickly. That star was gonna go Nova. Alright. Okay, so let's go and send our Phillips to the med bay. Let's heal him up. Okay, he's good. Let's send him back. And let's continue our journey. Let's hail them. Maybe they'll help us. We need another crew member. They will give us missiles if we give them 1 fuel point. Sure, why not? That's a pretty good trade. Alright, let's jump. Now these spots here are nebulas. So when you enter these spots, a couple things happen. First of all, it slows down the rebels. They can't find you as quickly, so this gap here gets a lot smaller. That they don't pursue you as far when you're inside a nebula. But the problem with it being inside a nebula, just like you would see in most sci-fi shows, is that your sensors all get wacky, your powers get wacky. You know, certain things start shutting down, and you can't see anything, and so you know it makes it more dangerous. But the benefit is that you get some more time out here before the rebels find you. So let's go to that top one first. Oh no, we're being boarded after we were salvaging the place. And this is bad. Alright, so we need to get our guys somewhere. Yep, there they are. Let's take them out. Stop the intruders! Send him back to the med bay. Send them both back to the med bay. Okay. Oop, you know what? We need oxygen. Our oxygen systems were shut down. Okay, you go and repair that. You guys repair that. Okay. Repair that. You can go back here. You could go back here. Alright, so we got ourselves situated. Let's get out of here. I think we'll go ahead and jump because there's only one point here now at this point, so let's go to the exit. This seems like an empty, uneventful section. So we're just gonna jump. So here we could go to the next sector. And then you see here the sector map, so we will try to get to the end here. This is the last section. This is where we want to go. We have some choices of ways to get there. We go through the Rebel controlled or the Uncharted Nebula. Let's go through the Uncharted Nebula. It's going to be a lot more of these sections. But we'll see, maybe we can find some good stuff in here. Okay. Black market weapons trader spins you a tale of dangers of the nebula before pushing his wares on us. We ignore him, we attack him. A mind control, convince her to make a better deal. Huh. Let's do that. I don't know. He took back his discount. I think we should attack him for that, but that's not an option. I don't think I need the bombs. Not yet. You forgetting to unpause it. Like I'm waiting for something. Alright, let's go here. Shields up, shields up! We're getting attacked. Alright. We've got intruders on board. He took out his ship, but he left one of his little bug guys here. So we heal up. Then everyone goes back to their positions. Man your stations. Let's get out of here. So uneventful. Let's go to the next one. Let's follow them. We found who was following them. That's fine. Let's take them out. I don't think we can activate our sensors. It's disabled anyway. So our mind control is kind of useless in this section. So we're gonna have to rely on weapons and our ingenuity. Oh no, he's trying to escape. Let's stop that nonsense right now. Ah, that laser's so awesome. Alright, let's go up here. They called us repugnant. Arm the weapons, Mr. Mort. Oh no, we don't have enough power. Now we do. Oh no, this may have been a bad choice. We're so underpowered now. This is not going well. I don't need to fix the mind control. We got him, but it kind of messed us up. See, all the while we've got power fluctuations going on, it's knocking all of our stuff off. Nope, we need that. Okay, send everyone back. Let's get out of this storm. Let's attack the pirate. We cannot tolerate pirates. Let's take out his weapons. He's messing us up with his drone. Gotta repair our weapons, get our weapons back online. We have gotta stop. Forget it. They've messed us up. Oh, I knew it. We got a fire in that, and we couldn't even see it. Okay, we're all healed up. As good as we're gonna get. We definitely need to find a store. I don't see a store anywhere. Another scout. We can't let him escape. Let's shut him down. It's not looking good, guys. This run may not last that long. Starting to feel like my Hearthstone arena match. Well, we're definitely finding a lot of fights, but we need to find something to be able to fix our ship. And we're starting to run out of fuel, too. So far, we're not doing too horrible with this guy. This guy is... not doing a whole lot of damage to us. Oh, great, we got intruders. Hopefully our guys have been practicing fighting off those other guys, that we can take these guys out pretty easy. And we do. Since we're short-staffed, we're having to rely on combat and repair skills. So we're getting some of that leveled up here. A store! We found the store! Let's hit it. Alright, let's fix everything. Much better. Alright, let's see. We really do need to hire another crew member. We lost our rock guy, so let's replace him with Cadriel. Okay? Okay, we do need some fuel. We've got a lot of missiles. Maybe we should buy a missile launcher. We need to get 3 power, though. Look like lasers might be a good option. Breach missiles, though, are pretty good. That might be a good thing to kind of start off first and then finish off with the burst lasers. Let's go ahead and add a breach missile. Alright, let's see. Giving us some power. Why can't I allocate power? Oh, I know why. We have enough power, but we need to add the slots to the weapon skill. Well, alright, so that will have to wait. Let's go ahead and get some more money. And that was useless. Let's go somewhere else. Let's attack them. We can't even use our new weapons yet, but we gotta get some money so we can upgrade. Ooh, I forgot. Don't need to be missing. Doing some significant damage to us. And we wiped them out. Let's go to this distress beacon and see what we can find here. Let's promise to help him. Let's have our NG remotely repair its targeting system. Good, good. No negative effects. Let's jump back into the void here. Okay, uneventful. Alright, so let's upgrade our weapon control. So now we have enough to activate the breach missile. Okay, so see, now we spent a little too much time outplaying. By the time we hit the exit, we're going to be attacked by the rebel fleet. So let's show you what that looks like. They got there before we did. So we've got to either take them out, which I think we will. Let's go ahead and breach their weapons with our missile. I think it'll bypass the shields. Boom! Alright. Let's go ahead and take out their helm. Helps if we don't miss it. Let's go ahead and just finish him off with our burst laser. So shields are weakened, their weapons are totally offline. They're hurt. Alright. Took out the rebels. The bad thing is that when you're fighting rebels, you don't really get to, a lot of loot from them. Your reward is you don't die this turn. Let's go to the next sector. Alright, so we can go to either one of these places are mantis controlled, which means that will be those insect bug guys. Those will be the ships you'll be fighting against or seeing. What depends on you know, who you find, if it's pirates or if it's people that you can help out. It kind of doesn't matter, I guess, which path we take at this point, since they're both the same. So let's go ahead and just take the bottom path. Okay. Alright, so I think this is a good spot to stop here. I'll go ahead, we've been an hour. I'll go ahead and log this down, and we'll continue on a part 2, I think, next time. But, I don't know. I think I'm kind of tired. So I think we'll continue on a different day. A different FTL Friday. But hopefully this little short introduction gives you an idea of how this game plays. Like I said, a lot of it is just to see how far you can go. We had a couple of scary options there. We got real low on hull one time. So we're doing pretty good right now. We'll see how long we can keep going. And of course, you don't have to do it all in one session. You can stop the game and then continue on another time, just as long as you don't die. If you die, it's game over. But we'll pick it up on another time. So I hope everyone enjoyed the stream. I will highlight this one and probably upload it to YouTube, so feel free to like, follow, subscribe, do all those fun things, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye, guys.